Hey y'all, it's me, and I'm making a video today about prosperity and the gospel. Because there's a lot of videos and stuff floating around about these guys buying $10,000 houses, these television evangelists buying $10,000 houses and wanting to buy $65,000 airplanes, etc., etc., etc. And I'm trying to comprehend why they would want to spend that much money on that stuff. They don't ride around their neighborhoods or different neighborhoods where there's poor people walking around, or they don't see the way people have to live even in this country with hardly nothing. The economy crashed and everything, such things as this. I personally am not against people giving money to me or anybody else. I believe the gospel, the people that preach the gospel are to live by the gospel. That a pastor of a church should be supported completely, where he can devote his life to study and prayer and other such things in the ministry, so that he doesn't have to worry about making money. Not that he wouldn't have to go to work at some time. Going to work and doing stuff, physical labor or whatever it is that you would do, is good for you. It helps you connect to the earth so you're not floating around in some kind of spiritual fantasy world all the time. It's not really a fantasy world, but what I'm saying is that you've got to be rooted in the earth in some way. So yeah, so what justifies these people? Maybe if I had a $10,000 house and a $30,000 vehicle, which I don't even have a house. The place where I'm living at, I'm not even, looks nice, but we have this, just, I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, but I'm thankful. Yes, I'm thankful. So now, it's not that I don't believe in giving to ministers either. I give to ministers. I've given to ministries before I worked for a television evangelist a long time ago. And I know that when you give, God blesses you when you give in faith. And the more that you believe that you will receive whatever it is that you are sowing for, it can be a point of contact type of thing, or to release your faith by giving financially, making what they called, back in the day, they called it a vow of faith. And it's in the Bible, and it's true. It works. And so I'm not against that, and but what it is that we need to be rounded, more rounded than just believing God for a hot dog, or something. We need to look at, that it's about Him. It's about having, understanding how to live by faith and with God in your life, or whatever you want to call it. Universe. I call him God. I call him Jesus. I believe in Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So to me, that is prosperity. Real prosperity, because when you live by faith, you can always guarantee that he will never let you down. And I mean, bad things happen, and I don't quite understand all that, and I don't try to figure it out. I just try to accept it, deal with it, and move on. But to me, the good things that happen in my life supersede the bad things. And it's like getting up in the morning and spending time in prayer and meditation. That is one of my favorite things to do. And to me, to be able to enjoy that is prosperity. To me, it's prosperous. I'm prospering in that thing. And I'm really pleased with that. And I get so much joy out of that, out of studying, looking at the Word, and receiving through the Spirit, understanding. It's really nice. Okay. Now, when I see, all right, let's go back to this prosperity, financial prosperity thing. When I see homeless people on the streets, people not having money to get what they want, their need, it's I feel sad for them. And I wished, and I do give what I can, but I don't have a whole lot sometimes, and I'm not able to give, but for somebody that's on the streets and needs, something to drink, or something to eat, or a pair of shoes, or a bicycle, or a tent to sleep in, when they get those things, they're prospering. They feel that they are prospering, that they are prosperous. And, they would even talk about how, look at this bike I got, look at this tent I got, look at this food, my shoes I got, They would be feeling prosperous. Okay? Now, if you are so far beyond that, in your fur coats and your diamonds and your $10,000 house, you are insulated, and you're not there. You're not going to be there. So you're not going. Your prosperity is nothing. It's too far away from reality. You need a big dose of reality. I have to work for a living. When I have a job, I work pretty hard. It's not easy work what I do. I'm a carpenter. I build houses and demo and all kinds of things. It's not easy, and I'm glad. I'm prosperous at that. Okay, and also one of the things is that I'm physically able to do that. My body is still together enough to where I can do that. I can swing a hammer, and I can pick up heavy things and carry them, and climb up scaffolds and stuff. And so I'm prosperous in doing this. And I don't go around waving it around in people's faces, because nobody gives a flying flip about that concerning me. Okay? So, you go ahead and get your $10,000 house and show that to people, or your Rolex, and show that to somebody and impress them with that, okay? And what is that? That is superficial stuff. It's excessiveness. You people are being excessive. So when you go and preach your gospel of prosperity, which means that Christians should have $10,000 houses or $10 million houses and $65 million airplanes and Rolexes, and when you preach this gospel, then you're teaching these people who are like me that have to work for a living that they are not prosperous, that God is not with them, and they are missing something. That's what the message you're conveying to them. So I'm not for your gospel. I'm for the gospel of Christ crucified. That's what I'm for, and what He did for me, and how prosperity works because of that, because of His presence in me, within me, and upon my life. That's the prosperity that I desire. And don't get me wrong, I do like to have things, and I do have things, and I will have things, and I want some. Yes, I will have things. And like the old saying is, you can't give a redneck money. And I can get that way sometimes with money when I get it, and I might go buy a pair of sharkskin boots. I don't know. If I had $600 and I could justify it, I might do that if I wasn't going to starve myself or anybody that's in my life from eating. Who knows what I would do? But still, man, I just can't get over that. Making a video. So, still got my kitty cat. See, he's the last Mohican. Anyways, I got chickens. See, there's my chicken. Where is it? See my chicken. So, when my chickens are laying eggs, I'm feeling prosperous, okay? And it feels good. When I have money in my pocket and money or whatever, I feel prosperous, and it ain't never $10,000 and blah blah blah. When I'm able to pay my bills, I'm feeling prosperous. So, for anybody out there that's watching this video and you don't have much, which I don't know anybody that is out there that's really doesn't have much. Everybody that out there that I know of, they've got houses and cars and stuff. So, but if there's anybody out there and you don't really have a whole lot of things, don't believe that you're not blessed of God. Don't think that just because you don't have possessions and you're not living in a $10 million house, that you're not prosperous and God is not, that's evidence of, being close to God. That's a bunch of garbage. Okay? Don't go along with that stuff. Alright? So, like our dear friend Leonard Nimoy says, how's it go? Like this? Live long and prosper. Alright? Have a good one. See ya.